Hello, welcome to Board Games with Niramas. I'm Joseph and I'm here with Draco, and we're going to do this live. So we're going to go through the cards for the Venus next expansion for Terraforming Mars, and we're going to do it live. And there's a few reasons for that. First of all, I wasn't even planning to do this, to do a video for just going through all the cards, because there's a bunch of cards. It's going to take a while. I just released the unboxing, and I thought like the unboxing was good enough. I showed a few cards there, but then the CasmX in a comment just some hours ago said that he or she would like to see all of the cards for this game. So I thought, why not? Why not do a video and just go through all the cards? And I don't know if CasmX is in here watching right now, but I hope that you will watch this afterwards and enjoy it, and I hope other people will as well. So I'm just gonna start going through cards, and also I have the live chat up here on the side. So just tell me if you have any questions, if you have any comments, concerns, ideas, whatever. Regarding Terraforming Mars or the channel or whatever, we can just have a chat about this awesome game together. And yeah, so let's get into it. I put out the cards like this, and I think we'll just put them together. I guess it just looked cool to do that. I guess. Well, let's go through them just like this. So we start off here. We have, and I hope that the focus will work out well now. I have sleeved the cards, but I don't think there's any glare going on right now, at least. So, Venus Way Station, let's start there. So it costs 9, has a Venus tag. There's the problem with the focus. I need to get better equipment, for sure. I need a better camera. Anyway, so it's an effect card, so every time you play a Venus tag, you pay 2 credits less for it. Which is basically, I mean, there's other versions of this in the base game as well, you know, for the Earth tags and all that. There we go, there we have focus. I'll try to stay at this distance then from the camera. It seems to like this distance. Oh, hello Bjorn. This is just a spontaneous live stream here, so I haven't chatted to you beforehand. So anyway, 1 point, and yeah, nice to get early, of course, because you can get that discount and get the discount on Venus tag cards, which I think there's a bunch of in this expansion. We'll see as we go. So that was it, and now we go into, let's find the distance here for the camera where it likes the card to be. So, what's it called? Venusian Animals. Oh, hey, Chasms. All right. So, Venusian Animals. Let's see. Yeah, it requires 18% Venus terraformed. Let me just pull out the board then, because I have this. Oh, I can show it to you. It just fits the. It just about fits the box here. With all the stuff, I have this for the money and everything, but there's so much stuff in here now. So let's see, because I am not sure. Let's see, how much is 18%? Okay, so it goes to 30, right? So 18 is a bit over the middle. Let's just have it here for reference. Okay, so you need to have 18% Venus terraformed. You need you get a Venus tag, you get a science, and the animal tag. And the effect is when you play a science tag, including this, add 1 animal to this card. Okay, well, it's good. I mean, this could combo well with other science strategies where you go for getting a lot of science tags, playing cards that requires a lot of science tags, and all that. And you also, yeah, 1 point per animal. That's kind of good. But of course, you won't play that many science tags during a game, I guess, normally. So then we have Venusian Insects. I love these names as well. I mean, have you ever heard before of a Venusian something? That's just so fun. Okay, so it requires 12% on over here on the track. And as an action, add a microbe to this card. Just a straight up point card. You get a point for every 2 microbes. It's really cheap though, just 5. And Venusian plants requires 16% Venus. There's a lot of requirements so far. This one will erase the terraform rating on Venus by 1, which will give you a TR. And then add 1 microbe or 1 animal to another Venus card. Well, perhaps like this then, that we just looked at. You can add a microbe there, or an animal to this one, which is even better. That's 1 point per animal. That's kind of cool. Okay, 1 point there as well. We have animal mappers, aerial mappers, sorry. Cost 11, action, add 1 floater to any card or spend 1 floater here to draw a card. Yeah, this is the one that I talked about in the unboxing, so I don't go over that. You can watch the unboxing, I talked about that one. Aerosport tournament requires that you have 5 floaters, floater resources. I think I talked about this one as well. You gain 1 credit for each city tile in play. Floating hubs, spend 2 credits to add a floater to any card, and this one is 1 point for every 2 floaters. Requires some sign tag. Okay. I have to keep this, keep it going because there's a bunch of cards. So if you have any questions about a certain card, if you want to watch it more or anything, just tell me in the chat. So, okay, Extremophiles. That's also a funny name in some way. I don't know why. 3 credits, 2 sign tag required. This one is not that good though. But I mean, you get the action to add a microbe to any card, but then it's just you need 3 here to get a point. Okay. And we have extractor balloons. That sounds fun. So we either add a floater or we remove 2 floaters to raise Venus terraforming. You get 3 floaters to start off with, which is kind of nice. This one reminds me of another card I can't remember the name of. It's one of my favorite cards. I had it in one of my top 5s, but I can't remember the name now. It has to do with microbes and such. Anyway, dirigibles. Add a floater to any card. And this is cool. It has an action and an effect. I don't know if that was a thing before this one. I don't think you have that kind of cards in the base game where you have both in it. I'm not sure. Anyway, add 1 floater to any card. When playing a Venus tag, floaters here may be used as payment and are worth 3 credits each. Okay, so okay, yeah, you add a floater and then you pay for another card that has the Venus tag, and then all of a sudden it's worth 3. Okay. Deuterium export, add a floater, or spend 1 floater to increase your energy production 1 step. This is cool. I like this one. You can get your energy up quite nicely there. Dawn City, I think. Oh yeah, it's out here. There you have it, Dawn City. So 4 science tags required. Increase your energy, increase your titanium production, and on the reserved area, but it's worth 3 points, of course. So that's quite nice. It's a bit like my memory right now, whatever it's called, the little moon there on the base map. Corroder suits. This is fun with the new question mark thing here, because that could be like anything. So is it like increase your credit production 2 steps? Well, obviously. Add 1 resource to any Venus card. Oh yeah, so it could be like an animal, it could be a microbe, a floater. What is the more? I think that's the one that you collect on cards. And we have Comet for Venus. Raise Venus 1 step. Remove up to 4 credits from a player with the Venus tag in play. I guess most people, when you play, I only play the prototype once. I guess that when you play this with Venus, most of the time people are going to have Venus tags at the table, so you can remove some there. It's just a mean effect, but you don't have to do it. If it's in the red square, it's optional. Atmoscope, 3 science tags required. This is cool. I like this one because, and you have a Jovian tag as well. And I like this one because you have options here. So you can raise temperature twice or raise Venus terraforming twice. So I think it just called raise Venus. Yeah, just raise Venus 2 steps. So I have to start saying that. Add 2 floaters to any card as well. I mean, this one could be, You know this cards where you like you want to raise temperature twice to get to that water tile bonus, or in the beginning where you want to get to the heat production, and you miss it because someone else just does something before you. They raise the temperature and screw it up for you. Then having this one, well, okay, yeah, I can't do it anymore, but I can raise Venus twice. I mean, it's nice having that option there. Let's see, come on, camera. Atlanta Plantia Lab. And it also requires 3 science tags, and come on, where is it? I'm so tired of this filming with my mobile phone. I'm gonna get a proper, good video camera as soon as I can. If you want to help out with it, sorry, I didn't mean to promote, but if you want to help out, go check my page. Okay, so draw 2 cards, get 2 points. That's kind of good, I guess. Oh, hey Camille. Are you the Camille from Board Game Geek? And so we have Air Scrapping Expedition, 1 Venus, and 3 floaters to any Venus cards. Yeah, that's nice. Just plain and simple, you get some good stuff going. And we have, hello Camille. I'm just gonna pause and say Camille is an awesome guy, and he is Drakos' favorite person in the world, because Camille made a microbadge on Board Game Geek with Draco. So you can go check that out. If you check my, I think you can search for just Board Games with Niramas in the microbadge section. You can search for Camille, or you can just go to my page, just Niramas at Board Games Geek, and you'll find it. They cost 8 geek gold as usual. And you can get a little Draco behind your profile picture on Board Game Geek. That is just so awesome. I'm so thankful to you, Camille. I mean, that was just, I was so happy for that. That made my, I was happy for days after you contacted me with that. Draco's still happy. I mean, he's never gonna get over it. He's gonna be so amazed by it for the rest of his life, I guess. Come on, focus. Let's try do something like this. Doesn't that work? If I remove it and then I come in here and hello, camera. Oh yeah, Camille, that would be so awesome. I'm planning to do both T-shirts and like hoodies and stuff that I could, give away at certain times and so on the channel, or maybe even people want to buy them and so on. So, okay, so Maxwell base requires 12% Venus. I guess we have to start calling it just that. And the action is add 1 resource to another Venus card, and I like this. I mean, this is so versatile. I mean, if I need animals, I can do that. If I need plants or whatever, we have to lower our energy though, but we get to place a city tile. Oh yeah, Maxwell base. Oh, okay, it's out here. It's down there. Okay, it's one of those 4 new city or reserved city placements. Oh, hey Jocelyn, how are you doing? Good to see you back. I missed you last Friday when we had the live play. I was thinking about where's that French lady that was here. Oh, look at this. This looks. You know what, guys? You know what this looks like? And I'm this game is of course designed by my fellow Swedes at Fryxgames, and I'm so sure why they took this picture, because this looks a bit like a Swedish smorgasbord, which is actually a real word, smorgasbord. Or just like any luxury dish, but anyway, luxury foods. This one is kind of fun, but it's kind of special because it requires both Venus, Earth, and Jovian tags. So it's kind of hard to play. I mean, Jovian tags are not that common, or maybe they are in this. I don't know. 2 points anyway. That's everything you get from that one. And so we have Loon. I had focus just like a few seconds ago. Can you stop? Oh, there we go. So, Luna Metropolis, increase your credit production 1 step for each Earth tag you have, including this. Place a city tile on reserve area. Once again, we are up here on the Luna thing there. I don't want to show it to the camera because then it's going to freak out and start focusing on that instead. 2 points. This one is, of course, a cool combo. I mean, there's another card. I don't remember what it's called. There's another card that does pretty much the same thing. Oh, Jocelyn, I am too tired to go into a solo game. I think. And I'm gonna go up early tomorrow and do a board game demo at a convention in Trollhättan, Sweden, actually. Where I'm gonna market the channel and have Drakos gonna tag along and so on. So, but I'm gonna do it perhaps this weekend, perhaps Sunday. I'm thinking I could do a live Terraforming Mars Venus solo play. So stay tuned for that. And the local shading, you can add a floater or you can spend a floater to increase your. This is a bit like the other one we had earlier with the energy, but here's the credit production. I love to do these live plays, so I would like to do more of them, and I'm planning to do so as well, and especially now. In this whole, because I think I have 20 games that I'm about to, or I'm sort of in the process of unboxing and doing run-throughs for, and solo plays and all that stuff, and I have a bunch of new contacts with publishers and designers that I'm trying to keep working on and all that, and so there's a lot of things happening right now after Essen, because Essen was just such a success for Martin and for the channel and for myself, of course, so the live plays, I can just do this fast and it's out there on YouTube. I don't have to edit and all that stuff, which I don't really like. So I think I will do a lot of live streaming upcoming weeks here. Anyway, here we can have, with the Jetstream micro scrappers, we can spend a titanium to add 2 floaters to this card, or remove 2 floaters here to raise Venus 1 step. You have to spend titanium. I'm not so fond of that because I like to keep my titanium. I don't know. But of course, that means that 1 titanium in 2 generations is worth 1 TR. I don't know, maybe. Ishtar Mining requires 8% Venus, increases your titanium by 1. I like that because it's kind of hard to get titanium production going in the base game. So I like having more of those cards. Because I like titanium for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but it's just a feeling I have. I like heat, I like titanium, it feels, I don't know. Here's the fun card. IO Sulfur Research, 17 bucks, Jovian tag, and so you get to draw 1 card or draw 3 cards if you have at least 3 Venus tags. That's kind of fun. I like those kind of cards. This one in the base game with the plants, if you have plant tags, this and that you get. But I like that kind of stuff. Hydrogen to Venus. Okay, raise Venus 1 step, add 1 floater to a Venus card for each Jovian tag you have. Okay, so here we have the Jovian combination once again. Gyropolis. So, yeah, as usual, it's a city thing, so you lower your energy, and then you get 1 credit production for each Venus and Earth tag you have. Okay, yeah, okay. It's kind of nice. Once again, combos with the whole Earth thing. Giant Solar Shade. This one was just, well, raise Venus 3 steps. For 27, you get 3 TR. I don't know, it sounds a bit expensive, doesn't it? But of course, if you have, raising, doing the standard project to raise Venus is 15, so then it's not expensive, and you might be able to do it like here, 1, 2, 3, you get an extra TR, you get 4 TR for 27, and you can pay with titanium as well, so yeah, perhaps. Now the camera refocused again, so we have to go back to this hassle here, and I'm going to be so happy when I can stop using this. Come on. I don't know what is it looking for. Like, why isn't it picking up on the? It's like focused on in the background. I'm just gonna talk about the card. GHG import, which we recognize the name GHG import. We have something similar in the base game. And so GHG import from Venus. There we go. And raise Venus 1, increase your heat production 3 steps. That's a card I like from the looks of it. Looks nice. Then we have Freya Biodomes. Requires 10% Venus, you get a plant tag, and you add 2 microbes or 2 animals to another Venus card. And decrease energy, increase credit production. There's a lot of theme in this with, I must say, with stuff on cards, and animals, and Earth tags, and Venus, and yeah, and floaters, of course. Here comes a floater card. So we have the forced precipitation. What does that mean? Is it like, isn't that like precipitation? Isn't that like I was gonna say making babies, but you know, like spreading. It's obviously some kind of plant. I don't know. You can spend 2 credits to put a floater on this card. You can remove 2 floaters, increase Venus 1 step. Yeah, that's nice. And you know what? Don't forget to like the video as well while we're at it, and tell your friends to watch Co-op Friday on Friday at what is it? It's kind of changed now because we're not in summertime anymore in Sweden. So now it's 6 Eastern. It's the same time for me, but it's 6 Eastern time, New York time, which is good because then the Americans have perhaps gotten home from work and so on Friday, and we're going to have a Halloween theme, so a theme of Halloween. So check that out on Friday. And so we have Solar Net. You get to draw 2 cards. Yeah, that's it. And there's some requirements there as well. I can't stop myself from like promoting stuff in the midst of talking about the game. I don't know why. Sister Planet support. Okay. This is kind of fun. You get a Venus tag and Earth tag, and it requires a Venus tag and Earth tag before that. And these Earth tags are interesting now because, as we've seen, there's a bunch of stuff regarding the Earth tags now. Rotator impacts, max 14% Venus, so it's basically half the track over there. So you can spend 6 credits to, or titanium, you can use titanium as well, to add an asteroid. What? An asteroid resource? This card? Or spend a resource to increase Venus 1 step. I never seen that before. That's new. An asteroid resource. That's cool. Oh, yeah. Well, that's, and I guess this would count for. Oh yeah. It's like water. Yeah, like rain. Okay. Yeah. I know, Camille. Like with the thing is, I'm still using my Samsung. I'm not. I have problems with my laptop. But once I can connect my laptop and use, I have a good webcam. Once I can use that, I will also be able to use a better microphone, by the way. Then I can do it on the computer, and then I can set everything up like, like have links and whatever in the window. But for now, I'm stuck as it is, so I'll just deal with it. But I absolutely am going to, in a month or so, at the maximum, I will be able to use that. Well, Casma, I really think you should sleeve your cards. I'm almost addicted to sleeves these days. I love having sleeves. I mean, if it's on the table, well, I have this felt, so it's not that bad. But if you have a plain table and you're gonna pick the card up, that can be annoying. So having the sleeve, I can just do this. I can just pick it up like that, which I like. And of course, it protects the card, and also I like it when you shuffle. I love shuffling like this. These sleeves are Fantasy Flight games. They are a bit too much up here, which is not that good. But so in one way I prefer the Dragon sleeves, or I think it's called Ultra Pros, because they are shorter. But since I started using Fantasy Flight for a base game, then I just had to keep doing it even for the expansion. So. Anyway, orbital reflectors, raise Venus 2 steps, increase heat production 2 steps. That's kind of nice as well. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a classic Rado move here. Rado always goes like, oh, my battery's running out. Wait. Actually, that's what's happening to me now, because I'm live streaming. So I have to connect my cable here because I'm running out of battery on the camera. That's the first one for me. But Rado always does that stuff. Which I always find funny, because I'm like, why didn't you load it beforehand? But now I did the same thing myself, so there we go. YouTubers alike. Okay, so here we have, if we can get some focus, Omnicourt, and that's just 2 TR. Well, not just 2 TR, that's good. But it has some requirements. But I mean 11, you have the steel, why not? Then we have Neutralizer Factory, requires 10% Venus and increases Venus once for just 7, so yeah. And I mean, also we have these, I put them in the box here actually. we have the new award to have the most Venus tags. So I mean, if that one is in play, or if you're planning on sponsoring it, then it could be a good idea to play some of these cards just because of the Venus tag, and even if you don't, I mean, the card itself might not be that impressive, right? Mining quota, 2 steel production. I mean, it's really cheap. Has some requirements though. In this game I always end up with too much steel in the end game anyway, and I don't have anything to use it on, so I don't know. But that's just how I play. I know a lot of people I play with, they can use steel for stuff. So we have requires Venus 6%, and that is add a microbe or remove microbe to what? Add 1 microbe to this card or spend any number of microbes here to gain the triple amount of credits. Okay. So if you just put 1 here, and then the next time you remove it, then you get 3 credits. But you could save it up here and then do, yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that one. Okay, so Sulfur Export. Will raise your Venus 1 step, or not your Venus, because you don't have your own Venus, it's everyone's. We all share space, right? And then you increase your credit production 1 step for each Venus tag you have, including this. Yeah, it's nice. That could be really worth a lot if you have a bunch of these Venus tags. And then you have the Stratospheric Birch. Add an animal to this card. Oh, you have to spend a floater from any card to play this one. Ah, interesting. And the Stratopolis. Isn't that like a word for clouds, I think? Like a certain type of cloud is called, I mean, there's clouds here, so I think it's called Stratopolis. I don't know, I have no idea. I don't know anything about clouds or weather and all that stuff, but I think it's something like that. I actually asked because I met Jacob Fryxelius at an event when I got to play the prototype. Yeah, like Cloud City, Casimir is suggesting here. But when I met Jacob Fryxelius, I asked him, like, was it hard to come up with the names for all the cards? Because some of the cards I think are really funny. They even have one called Space Station because they have another game that they released earlier. That's a really cool game actually. That's called Space Station. So, and he was like, no, that's the easy part. The hard part is balancing all that stuff. And they did a good job at that, balancing the stuff. Okay, so there's an action here to add 2 floaters to any Venus card. You also get 2 credit production increases, and you get to place a city tile on Stratopolis over there. And so we have Sponsored Academies. Here you discard a card and then draw 3 cards. Oh, I love this one. And all opponents draw 1 card. This is a new sort of mechanic they introduced here as well in this expansion, where you do something that gives the other players like positive interaction. Like you do something that gives the other players a pro, right? Which is kind of fun, because earlier it was just that you lost plants or whatever, but now you can actually do an action that helps out everybody. So I like that. I want to see more of that in this game, and I think it's coming as well. So spin inducing asteroid, you need 10% Venus and you get 2 Venus races. So yeah, just a simple one. And we have Venus magnetizer, decrease your energy fraction 1 step to raise Venus 1 step, and it has to be 10%, and then this is an action, of course. So this one is tricky to use, I guess. There's another one in the base game that I don't remember the names of all of them, but it has the same function. You get like a TR for lowering, or I think maybe you raise the oxygen for lowering your energy production. And it's very rare that I get to use that one, because it takes that you have a bunch of, but I mean, again, it could be in the end of the game when you're sitting there and you have a lot of energy fraction, and you're like the heat is always already at the maximum, and you don't really have, maybe you're playing on the Hellas Elysium map where you don't even need, there's no achievement for having that energy or whatever. So maybe there's a good thing to lower your energy at the end game, because it doesn't serve you any purpose anymore because of the this card. I have to talk a bit about this card, because I have to tell you guys, maybe this is a secret, sorry, Fryxelius if it is, but when I played the prototype, this Venus governor, the picture was actually Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor. That was so cool. We laughed about that. But of course, I guess they have to change it to this woman here. But that was so fun with having Arnold there as the Venus governor. It just fit him for some reason. I don't know. I started thinking about what's it called, the movie when he is when he's in space from like the late 80s or early 90s. They made a remake of that movie recently. Anyway, this one requires 2 Venus there, and increases your credit production by 2. And we're almost done. Here we have the Water to Venus. Yeah, Total Recall. Thank you guys. That's the one. That's the one I was thinking about when I saw like Arnold as the governor of another planet. That was just so much fun. I mean, he can't become president, right, in the USA because he wasn't born there. So maybe he can become the president of Mars or something once we go there. I mean, he's not that old. So Water to Venus costs 9 and raises your terraforming. No, the Venus one. This one almost looks like one of my favorite cards. Bacteria, whatever it's called. But here you add the microbe and then you remove them to increase Venus instead of raising oxygen. But it's kind of similar in other ways. So it's a lot about Venus, of course, in this deck. There's a bunch of cards. I mean, I think for the money you pay for this is like 25 euros or something. I think you get a lot of stuff, basically. I mean, it doesn't look that much because it's just deck of cards, but the game effects are huge. Here's the card I was talking about in the unboxing, and that's really cool as well. I like this, that you have to have 25 TR before you can play it, and then you get 4 credit production. That's kind of cool. I would like to see more of this, having other sort of requirements. I don't know. Yeah, I just like that. Just mix it up. And the last card of Venus deck is Venus Soils. And I talked about this one as well, but there's raise Venus 1 step, increase your plant production 1 step, add 2 micros to another card. So that one's nice. So that's all the cards. And I already talked about the corporations in my unboxing videos. If you want to see more of the corporations, you can go check that out. And I'm just happy that, I mean, I've been working really hard these last few days to get everything out really fast, and I was the first one to get the unboxing of Venus Next after Essen video out, and the same goes for Scythe the Wind Gambit. But then again, I know that the Dice Tower already reviewed the Wind Gambit, so of course I wasn't first in that sentence. But anyway, I just thought it was fun because this is one of my favorite games. That made it even more fun to be able to bring it to my viewers early. And yeah, so I guess we should call it a night. If you have any questions, just tell me in the comment section if you're watching this afterwards. And thank you guys and girls for watching. Right, so Casm is saying that got the pre-order on Venus and Wind Gambit. Yeah, you have to wait patiently. I didn't wait patiently in this past weekend. I was like, I didn't have any patience at all. I was just, counting the hours until Martin would come home with the games from Essen. I was so excited for them, and I still am, because I haven't played. I played like three of the games so far. I played Hero Realms with the co-op expansion today, and that was awesome. That's like an adventure where you go through 3 different. If you know Hero Realms or Star Realms, they are very similar. That's just so fun to play co-op against the boss, and there's like enemies showing up and there's things happening. It's just a card game, but they managed to make it into. So if you really get an adventure feel in that game, really cool. So yeah, I'm going to get some sleep, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope that you will be here on Friday to watch the co-op play, where we will play After the Virus, which is also Fryxgames, by the way. So After the Virus on Friday at 6 Eastern. And take care and have a great evening, morning, or whenever you're watching this. Bye bye.